Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.
The JasVynce.
We have returned once again. Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Jasmyne Show.
I'm Jasmine.
Yes, and I'm Vince, and we're here to talk about Married at First Sight, episode 13 of season 14. It's called Popping the Questions, because I made sure I had it up before we started. Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal meet individually with the spouses to uncover questions that may still be lingering in their marriage. But the answers aren't always what the couples hope to hear. One person's meeting with an expert sparks fireworks. Who's sparking fireworks, Chad?
My fireworks.
Somebody sparking some fireworks. Thank you to all of our subscribers for paying attention to us. Keep watching this episode. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. But let's get right into it, folks. I forget what our ratings were last week, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But I want to get right to the exciting part here, folks. We know what we're here for. Who's sparking these fireworks, Jazz? Who is it?
You talk down to her.
Do I get upset? Absolutely. Absolutely. And do I get a little stern? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll take full credit. But do I talk down to my wife? Absolutely not. Do I make her feel belittled? Absolutely not.
Did you apologize for embarrassing her?
Of course. We had a real conversation. I just told her that
Did he apologize?
I take this process very serious. If I didn't, I wouldn't care.
I wonder if you've examined your tone in terms of how you do talk to her, because you
Have
say
you
it's good,
examined
but
this tone?
I have heard that you told her that she's got no life skills, that she's behind you in terms of maturation.
Not good.
So I'd like to hear your side of that.
If anybody wants to say something, they could say it to me, because I don't play those games. And this is my life. I don't even think it's funny.
Not funny.
So.
Oh, I don't think that's funny at all
No, it's not
either.
funny at all. Dr. Pepper,
I
like
wanna know, that's all.
You're pointing me out to make me look like the bad guy, but I'm really bothered about all of this. I'm really serious. If she feels that I treat her that way, then she should say no on decision day.
I don't like it one bit, folks. I do not like it. I'm not a huge fan of Olajuwon right now, specifically because of the way he's talking to Dr. Peppers. It's
You don't even know her name.
also because it's not funny, but he laughed immediately after. Like, what does he think is going
I
on?
just have a problem with men that can't take constructive criticism, and she didn't create anything. Everything that she said was what he literally said. So
In the past, though, I think he was a little bit offended by old quotes coming up from maybe like the first couple weeks, and he's like, "Yeah, but you're not gonna play me. I don't do that. He said, she said," and it's like, bro, you said, like,
bruh, I put you with your wife.
We got
So
you in
I have
4K,
nothing
bro.
But like, obviously, she's trying to make everything. She's trying to like combat issues, and talking to your wife that way is an issue.
Yeah.
Like, Katina be seeming all meek and mild and stuff, and I'm very concerned. Girl, blink twice if you're in distress, because ain't no way in hell that a man could say those things and you still say yes on decision day in my world.
I agree. It's not like he's saying really good things. Obviously, he's focusing on trying to say better things. But as we saw, anytime his anger is brought up, he gets more angry. So what can
every
we do
time
about
somebody calls him out on something, what was it, the brunch after the wedding with the friends, he did the same thing. Like, he gets huffy and puffy. Like, that's the sign of a weak man, in my opinion. So, like, I don't know if he's insecure. I don't know if he's just not used to being held accountable, but it's not flattering whatsoever. I don't enjoy watching him.
Not a huge fan of it either. Again, it just didn't look good. I'm got more life skills. I'm more mature. Like, first off,
He
no.
did say those things.
First off, you said those things. Second off, no. Third off, that's not something that you should be saying to your wife. And the biggest thing for me is that not only does it not look good, then he had some smack to talk about Dr. Pepper after the fact. Oh, we dry? Appreciate you.
We try, yes. Yeah, I don't appreciate. I think that he doesn't respect authority, and he doesn't respect women is what it's coming off as. Because I feel like if Pastor Kyle said that to him, he might have taken it differently. But it's like, because it's Dr. Pepper. Pastor Kyle didn't start Married at First Sight. Dr. Pepper started the experiment. Let's be clear. So there should be some sort of rapport and some respect that you have and are able to take feedback. It's not just all about what he wants, but that's how he think his world runs. So.
I agree. A lot of people are saying it looked like Katina's a little bit battered or something like that. I don't know if that's the right word. Like you said, blink twice.
You know who she look like? Kavia James.
Who's that?
Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's daughter that be making the faces. You know that one where she like, that's how she be looking.
There you go. It's unfortunate to say. What happened when all the crew got together and they were explaining how their situation?
He was talking shit.
Is that what happened?
That's literally what he was
talking
doing.
Some smack
Dr.
right there?
Dr. Pepper came with this. Why
and Dr. Pepper like, go on, keep talking, bro. Keep going. Go ahead.
It's like, he feels the need to puff his chest. I don't even want to talk about him. I'm done with him. I've been done with him for weeks.
Are we done with him already?
I've been done with him. I don't like him as a person, and Keisha Knight Pulliam keep going in on him every single episode.
Every single time. And he if you watched the after party, he was there to see it. He was there to witness it in his face this time around. So I thought that was pretty cool.
They just gonna Elijah want us to death. I can't.
What are we gonna do? Anything else that you want to say about Katina by chance? Definitely something that does she need to work on, not just being quiet and sitting to the side, or is she purposely? Oh, we tweaking over here. Hold on. Is she purposely trying to let him talk himself into a hole so she could just be like, "You see, I told you."
No, I think that she doesn't want to argue. I think that she's a non-confrontational person. Is what it is. And when you talking to somebody like him, that ego is so huge, it's pointless.
I agree.
It's a waste of time. It's draining.
Especially if you're gonna hit us with stuff like, when I talked to Dr. Peppers, I told her straight up, I'm a grown ass man. Don't be talking to me like, you know what I'm saying? Seriously, dog. Seriously.
I didn't appreciate that energy.
Wasn't a huge fan of that. Let's move on to another couple that we actually do like and are working on things. Jasmyne and Michael, we got to see. I didn't take too many notes about them. She really enjoyed her time speaking with Dr. Pepper, which is a good thing. And we noticed that they said like some of the same things.
I'm just curious why they talked in the orders that they did.
That's how they ended.
Like, I feel like Pastor Kyle should have spoke to Elijah and vice versa.
Has he talked to him already? And maybe they thought
at one point when he came to the house.
Maybe they thought a woman's touch, or maybe they just wanted to put it to the test. They was like, well, clearly he's giving a chauvinistic vibes. Let's put him with Dr. Pepper and see how he reacts to her.
Because Dr. Pepper be telling people about them.
And if you notice, the whole episode I felt was built around their interaction. So it was almost like social proof. Like, I knew we couldn't. Clearly, he doesn't like to listen to women.
No, I don't think he does either. Because even Dr. Viviana, I feel like Dr. Viviana actually came on stronger when she said it.
She did.
So
she did. I think so too.
I just think he has an issue with like women authority.
Yeah.
And I thought he was raised by his mom. So usually men that are raised by their mom solely are more like sensitive to women, I guess.
That's
or
possible.
like usually, well, that's true. They could either go one way or the other. But we know he was a womanizer before, so.
All right, but let's stay on Jasmyne and Michael right now. Anything that you want to say about this wonderful couple here, aside from
he needs to touch her?
Yes.
He needs to touch her. He
Yes.
needs to break that physical barrier because their communication is much better. You could tell that they actually enjoy each other's company.
Was it?
But
Pastor
they're gonna
Kyle?
be in the friend zone unless he pushes, like, put your hand on her leg, like, do something, like, you know, they're hugging each other when they see each other, but that's not enough. Like, you have to kind of break that barrier. I'm not saying go jump in the bed, but you have to express interest. Put your hand on the small of her back when you walk past her. Something. Do something. Because Jasmyne, I could tell that she's the type of woman that's not gonna make the first move. Like, she wants to be pursued, and I get that.
Agreed. Pastor Cal spoke to Michael, right? So I think he asked Katina about how the intimacy was going in their relationship. He's like, spare the details. He ain't gotta. But I really would like to see Michael and Jasmyne turn it up just a notch.
I liked them in the beginning,
Just
and then I wasn't sure, and now I'm like, yes.
Yes. All right, let's get into to Noy and Steve because I very confused. I'm very confused. Once again, she's still talking about this damn job. And just when I thought she was gonna have something else to focus on, it made it all the way back. She's still talking about this job. She's still being annoyed and posting on social media saying, oh, if I only had a man with a job like I deserve.
That's not what she said.
What did she say?
She said, if you have to second guess if you deserve better than you do, or something like that.
Same thing.
Same thing. So basically, they encouraged you to talk to her about like a plan and stuff like that. And Steve, I was waiting for this conversation for the longest about financial plan, about working and all that stuff.
Finally,
Steve disappointed.
Finally, we have the financial
Steve disappointed me, bro.
He's
talking about, I can create opportunities. I'm like, you to a woman, like I'm a Capricorn. I'm all about stability. You can't say create. You have to say I already have these opportunities. It can't be abstract. It has to be a concrete idea. And I understand that with her, but also Noise trash because she keep posting all day business on social media
every time.
And that would be if Steve was not married to her, I feel like that would be automatically I'm out. Because if somebody did that to me, we were in a relationship and we beefing, I don't like people subbing.
Big subs. He's clearly upset by it. She clearly is, it wasn't about you, but I have felt like that in our relationship at times.
And then she said, it's my social media.
Don't post it.
She went to that. That's what I didn't like. She's like, it's my social media page. I should be able to do
your family and friends, his family and friends, and all of the Married at First Sight universe, including us, when we see it, are going to think that you're talking about your husband. So simply, that's something that you should be conscious of.
Discretion.
Funny enough, Steve has been wanting to have this financial conversation for a very long time, which surprised me almost as much as Jasmine. Viewers, did you know that Noy comes from a family that worked really hard and has always been focused on work, and that's just the mindset and the mentality that they have? Has she mentioned anything like that before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. She said that a bunch of times. All right.
Remember, she's a refugee.
I understand that. That's why the point that I'm making is that she said it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
We get it, Noah. We get it. Your family worked hard. My man's clearly got some money saved up or some type of, what would he say in a finance?
He said investments. He said a couple different things. He said, I've built apps I could sell.
Yes. So he showed his worth at least. We know that Steve,
he didn't show his worth.
Nothing concrete.
He could have did a way better job.
Nothing concrete again.
If he was trying to sell that app to Noy, he would not have sold it. So they would have still been broke. It wasn't a good pitch.
She was not buying that app. I think all the faces that she made were a great sign to let you know that she wasn't having it. Steve's like, if you were to place the investments and compound the interest of, she over there like
job.
But a job though. He's like, you don't necessarily need a 9 to 5. You can still do all these things. And I'm all the way here for that. I'm reading 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Great recommendation for a book right now as we speak. But not literally right now, but when we get off of here. But I think Steve makes great points. But again,
he's not selling it.
Do we know her sign? Do we know she's a Capricorn?
I don't know, but he's not selling it, and that's the issue. I don't think she's a Capricorn because she like this. I feel like she might be a Libra or something.
Steve is definitely the engineer and not the salesperson because he's not selling it.
Yeah, he's not selling nothing.
Not selling it.
Anything else? For sure that if I didn't have a career or a job, you would not be interested in me. Mm-hmm. And I get Noy saying that. Yeah,
only other thing I have about Steve and Noy is that in this heated conversation that they were having about finances, somehow it comes up that she wants a child in the next year. And I was like, yo, just say you trying to scare him off. Just say you ain't got no job, so let's have a baby. And Steve immediately, yeah, me too. I was thinking the same thing. Y'all not even gonna live in the same apartment after decision day, according to y'all.
Yeah, so but on the after party, he said, well, technically, if she wants to have a baby, then by then she will want to move in together. He made it a joke, which I thought was funny. But
I'm glad he made a joke because it seems like a joke to me. Even the fact that I want a baby in a year too. Let's make it happen. A year, a few months after decision day, we pregnant. Let's get it.
It's been done.
Unfortunately, they're not showing none of them couples no more, huh?
Yes,
What
they are.
they still show?
Shawnice and Jeffy was pregnant before.
No, I'm saying, are they? Do we still do Married at First Sight after the? What do they call it? Couples cam? Is that
Couples
what it is?
cam, they still do.
They still
I
have that?
think.
I haven't seen it in a while. Let me know. But shout out to the after party though. Anything else about Stephen Noy?
Trash.
Trash. All right. Speaking of trash, let's get into Mr. and Mrs. Shark for one last. How many times I forgot to mention? 16 days till decision day. So we're almost there. Couple more weeks. We get to see one of my favorite episodes is the couples retreat coming up right before decision day. I love it. Only thing I have about Lindsay and Mark is that they don't use any formalities when speaking about Cal and Pepper.
I was like, who raised them?
Yo, what?
Who raised y'all?
What are you talking about?
They were like, yeah, how was the talk with Pepper? How was the talk with Cal? I'm like, put some respect on their name. It's Dr. Pepper, Pastor Cal. And if it wasn't, it would be Mr. and Mrs. Like, when you speak to your elders, that's how you speak.
That's all I'm saying.
I was like, who are they talking about? Because I don't know who Cal is or Pepper is, okay?
Yeah, it was all right.
I was offended.
Viv swung by real quick. So, anywho, I don't have nothing to say about them. We really sick of the drama.
They had a breakthrough moment though.
No, they did. They did have a breakthrough moment. People gave them kudos, I guess. It's more on the experts. I give the experts all the credit for kind of hitting a nerve with both of them. And not just placing the blame completely on Lindsay and her attitude, but also letting Mark recognize like, yo, like you have to find more constructive ways to address these situations, respond, be present, so she knows that you're there for her and not like just letting her hang with going crazy and stuff like that. I appreciate all these things.
I mean, in Mark's defense, I feel like towards the beginning he was very, very there for her, and even though she kept creating like awkward situations in social settings, and I feel like after a while he got tired, and I understand that because she just kept cutting up. He was apologizing on her behalf. That's draining.
It's rough.
If we went out every time with your friends, and I always started something, we wouldn't go out with your friends. Like, we would just be in the house.
It's rough.
Luckily, yeah, no.
Anything else about Lindsay and Mark? I'm very short on them this time. They did have some good moments, but I want to talk about it in the ratings.
All right, let's go.
Also, we got stuff to do. I got a plane to catch and stuff. So let's get right into these dang ratings, y'all. I think the most important couple, well, not the most important, but Jasmine and Michael, consistent sevens over the last few weeks. Again, I'm thinking that might be where they stay.
Yeah, I think so too. Until somebody like I see it romantic connection or at least the effort for that. And I feel like at first they were just existing, and then they like, oh, we learned how to communicate. Oh, we actually enjoy each other, but you enjoy your friends. So come on, we need more than that.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll give them a 7 now, just so they could continue to work on these things. Have we seen progress from Noy and Steve? We gave them a 6 last week.
I feel like Noy is in her own way.
Yes.
She don't be telling full stories.
Yes.
Noy is so immature in her communication.
She's Noy.
She doesn't communicate. And Steve is extremely mature in his communication, unless we talk about finances. But if he comfortable, then she should be more comfortable. But he needs to just write down some figures. So they gon' no. I can't get with Noy. They losing points.
Losing points. We're giving them 5 this week?
Yeah.
A 5 it is. Lindsay and Mark received a 4 from us last week. Let us know how you feel about Lindsay and Mark in the comments.
They still get a 4.
They still get a 4? All right. We'll leave that. Before we get to Katina and Elijah, who was the last couple, because I keep forgetting that Chris and Alyssa no longer exist.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to Therapeutic Melanin, who left a comment on our YouTube page. Thank you for welcoming us back. I don't think Jasmine is feeling Mike, and she will say no on decision day. Thought that was interesting. I agree with Jazz about Noy. She's Noy, definitely. And I agree with Vince. Oh, thank you. She spelled Vince with a Y, just so you know. I combined our names. Her name has a Y, mine does not. Vince, she is very traditional, and Steve isn't. But we like that about him. And he is self-employed, ? He can jump into work anytime he wants, apparently. He can get a job anytime he wants. And then Therapeutic Melanin also says, why does Mark the Shark eyes look like? All the time, the eye emoji. And we noticed so much eye movement in this episode. So much. So again, with Lindsay and Mark, clearly they just need to control their facial reactions.
Pastor Kyle said she has what did he say? The way she says things. And Mark went like this for like, I swear it was like 4 or 5 seconds. I'm just like, what is happening here?
Yo, it's crazy.
He looked like he was in distress.
Craziness. All right, thank you so much, Therapeutic Melanin. Anybody, please continue to give us those ratings and give us some comments about how you feel in the comments about the couples and stuff. Last rating is Katina and Olajuwon, who received a 6 from us last week, which is actually an upgrade from the 5 the week before.
It's hard for me to give them points because I feel like it's not gonna work long term because he thinks everything is perfect and she won't speak up. And the original at some point she's gonna explode. Is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think an explosion.
We seen it once,
unfortunately.
So yeah, the real Katina's gonna come out. I'm waiting
for her. The real Katina, please stand up. All right, so are you cool with 6 or they score goes lower this time?
It could stay the same.
Keep them at a 6.
They like each other.
I'll leave a 5.5.
They still haven't had sex either.
They do seem to like each other, but as Pastor Cal said, y'all are married. Let's figure something out. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that'll get him to calm the hell down a little bit more. We'll see.
You think he might be backed up? That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say yeah, without even adding any details to that. But yeah, that's all I have on this episode of the JasVynce Show. Please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Do that. Thank you so much for watching this whole entire time. Please continue to check out our other videos on our channel, our travel vlogs and our proposal videos and stuff like that. But we will see you a couple more weeks till decision day, right?
Yes.
We will see you next time on a brand new episode of the JasVynce Show. Peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.